Mannerheim line, southern spawn, heavy tank. What options do we have? Spawning on Mannerheim line in the south with the heavy tank, you have several options. First of all, you could go to the north and support your medium tanks in this position in order to win the northern portion of the map. Now, I would only recommend to do this if you have an advantage. So, for example, a fast heavy tank that can arrive there in time in order to support your medium tanks, and if you have medium tanks which want to push aggressively to win this position, then it makes sense. In all other cases, I would try to win the southern part. Now, the option is, and I see a lot of tanks do this, to push all the way down to this ditch. The problem is that in this position you will have to fight against the majority of the enemy heavy tanks, because they have an easier and a faster access to this position. So they can push all the way down to this position right here, and then you are stuck, and you get deleted and sent back to the garage. Instead, in my opinion, it makes sense to push in this in this position right here, and we'll see this in the gameplay. So this is a position where you can play hull down, and you have several options. So first of all, you can take shots on enemy tanks which are in this position. You can even go here and get shots on enemy tanks which are in this position, but you can also get crossfire to the tank destroyers which are sitting here. So the only thing you have to keep in mind is that those enemy tank destroyers will also be able to get shots on you, plus maybe artillery is able to also focus you, which is not the case right here. However, I prefer this position, and I will show you why. So even with a slow tank like the E75, I want to push into this position, and I will tell you how, and I will also show you why. So okay, looks like the VK168 has another opinion. Okay, now how should you push into this position? You should first of all stiff arm this little road and drive all the way to the right hand side, so that you can instantaneously fall down towards the river, because you are actually able to maneuver right at the water line. If you do so, then you have to press left and right, actually moving left and right in order to not skid down to the water. I hope that this is proper English, but yeah, so that's how you approach this position. As soon as you are spotted, you might want to consider this option, because enemy tanks might be able to take shots onto your tank, and depending on the armor strength of your tank, and that once again depends on the situation in the game, whether you are top tier or low tier and so on and so forth, you will take damage. So yeah, keep that in mind. But now, as we are in this position, we can dominate the game, and looks like our M4Y, the M6Y played more aggressively. Same did the Foch 155, and we'll see how this goes. Little spoiler, it will not go too well, and this is why I don't recommend to push in this position, but instead stay in this position. Now we can move forward here, play. Well, it's not really a hull down place for the E75 because the tank is so huge, but we will have the first shot advantage, and then we will move back instantaneously. Okay, so let's aim this shot, and nice first shot on the IS-3A with the special camouflage. So we get a second shot. Nice, we can. Excellent. Okay, so, and this tank is now taken out, so nice. But now the rest of the enemy forces are also moving into this position, and that is pretty bad for our team. And those two tanks have no option of escaping from this position. This is why I don't recommend to do this because now, as you can see, the Foch 155 has no chance. He's getting pushed and he's now taken out of the game. So this is why it doesn't make sense, in my opinion, to push into this position. You have to be 100% sure that you will be able to win this position, but you are not. You cannot be sure because you don't know what the enemy tanks are going to do. And so yeah, our STG also pushed into this position, which is quite stupid, and if you ask me. Plus, the advantage of my position is those tanks will not be able to push out of this position if I am holding my position where I am currently positioned. So this is another advantage of this movement and this positioning of myself on this map. So I highly recommend this position. It is super strong. So yeah, I'm the only tank here, which is not a problem at all. There's no artillery in the game, so which is even better for me. And now, as you can see, the object 257. Oh, he's not. Maybe he's pushing out of his position. I certainly don't want to hide my. I don't want to. Sorry to. Okay, now he's pushing. Now he's moving out. And now we can get shots on him. Now, always make sure that you don't have the spaced armor at the side of the object 257. But now there's nothing he can do except getting farmed from myself, and I can play perfectly hull down in this position. There's nothing he can do. I only show my upper hull maybe a little bit in an angle which he cannot penetrate, and so he has no chance. So this is how strong this position actually is. And as you can imagine, you don't need a lot of tanks to hold the enemy advance. Now I'm turning my tank a little bit to the right hand side down to the water, because I expect those tanks to push there, and if they push, I can get a shot on them, but I can also push them back into the water so that they drown and yeah, get taken out of the game. So this is why I am positioned like this right now. I'm obviously pinging for help because I want my enemy team to support me. And now let's see what yeah, they are retreating. Can I get a shot? No, I need to move forward. And I think I'm willing to take a shot. Fortunately, he misses. And I think I only got an orange marker, but I will take the shot. And I am lucky with a little high roll on my penetration value. So 3,200 damage already made. Looks like our team has suffered in the north, but has won the north. And now I could keep and save all of my HP, and so now as the enemy team is falling back, I think it is time to simply advance and maybe get one or another shot. So in this position you can reduce the HP pool of the enemy tanks playing in the south quite significantly, and if you have done this, you will be able to win the south, to push them out, and to finally win the game. Now, even in a situation in which our team would lose the north, it is possible to fall back, not via the open field, but close to the water, and maybe get maybe defend the base. Obviously it's not that easy, but if the enemy team tries to push your position even from the other side of the map, you are in a quite good defensive position. So in my opinion, this is the best position to win the game if you play on Mannerheim line in a heavy tank from the south.